Here's the tweet that he wrote. Lonely road still go to sunshine. Kanye West, Puff Daddy featuring King Combs, Diddy's son. He want to make sure that's apparent. And Northwest.
I asked you at the time if I can trademark her name. You said yes. When she's 18, it goes to her. So stop. I sent paperwork over so she wouldn't be in the Diddy song to protect her. One person has to trademark.
The Diddy saga is continuing at full force, and despite all the evidence stacking up against the rapper, he has continued to maintain his innocence. This is after multiple allegations against him from tens of women. But while fans were calling Kanye one of the few celebrities who saw him for the monster he was just a few months ago, he has now backtracked on everything and is supporting the rapper in prison, full force. And this time, he's involved his daughter, which has left Kim Kardashian reeling. Let's start with the latest from Diddy. It looks like no matter how much of a strong front he's putting on, his fall from grace is weighing on him considerably. Reporters were shocked to see that his hair had grayed in a matter of months in the latest hearing.
There was kind of an astonishing whoa when he walked inside that courtroom because he appeared noticeably grayer. I would even kind of equate it a little bit to Santa Claus, but he just appeared grayer. His hair was a lot whiter. Now remember, the last time I was inside one of Diddy's hearings, that was back in December. We're in March, so that's just a 3-month time span of just that intense grayness. So either him being at MDC Brooklyn for this amount of time is weighing on him, this federal case is weighing on him, maybe even his fall from grace entirely is probably weighing on him, but he just looked visibly different. I will say though, last time he appeared thinner. This time it seems like he did kind of pack on a little bit of pounds, and I don't say that in a disrespectful way at all.
Amidst his legal troubles, one of his lawyers has also quit. High-powered lawyer Anthony Rico quit a few weeks earlier, saying that under no circumstances could he continue serving as the rapper's lawyer.
Another noticeable difference that I thought to myself was just the fact that Anthony Rico was no longer there. Again, he filed a letter kind of saying that he can't be on the case anymore, and that was just a few weeks ago. And so that to me was kind of a stark difference from last hearing to this hearing.
The defense attorneys basically said there's no way I can continue. Not entirely sure what that even meant.
Still, his influence can be seen in the fact that witnesses and victims are still allegedly scared of having their names revealed to him and his team. This is in line with the feds claiming that Diddy had repeatedly tried to threaten or coerce victims from jail previously.
One thing that the government said that stood out to me was just how fearful some of these potential witnesses are about having their names out in the public, about having their names released to the defense. And that should also kind of go to, we talk often when we're covering Diddy's stories, just about the power that he had either over the industry, over his employees, over alleged victims that he had, former girlfriends, all of that stuff. But the government did make it clear because, they couldn't get into much details about that particular part because some aspects of it, from my understanding, were under seal. But one thing the government did make clear is that some of these witnesses don't want their names released out into the public. So they are going to kind of come up with a solution. From my understanding, it's that the government will turn over that list over to the defense.
So where does Kanye fit in? You might remember a clip from a deleted Drink Champs video where Kanye apparently exposes Diddy for being a federal informant. For months, it served as proof that the rapper was on the right side of the industry and didn't play by its dirty rules.
Poison me, and by the way, y'all done already fuck with me so much. Y'all already black mirrored me. You already made everybody think I'm crazy. You already took my family away. You already separated all my friends. I don't got no celebrity friends. Because when I was on TV, on Instagram saying, I don't know where my child is, and the Kardashians kidnapped my daughter in public, and I didn't have the address of my child, none of these niggas that want to say something
Travis
now.
gave you the address, though?
Travis gave me the address.
Right.
But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't give a because you can't shoot nobody anyway, and the reason why you got to talk is because you did a deal, you fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you gonna go pull my coat card. So y'all niggas shut the fuck up about me. Now let me say it calm. You niggas shut the fuck up about, you shut the fuck up about Michael.
Right.
Of course, that's not to say people didn't know they were once close friends.
Puff Daddy or Dr. Dre?
Well, Puff Daddy because we twins. Also, he got that. You know what I mean? It's just like that's that bop. Like Dre's got his bop, it's like the West Coast bop, but our Puff's bop that's closer. But I really was trying to put the shakers and, you know, trying to be all the hitmen in one.
But now that has all gone down the drain. He just tried to release a song featuring the disgraced rapper, his son, and none other than his own daughter, Northwest.
Here's the tweet that he wrote. Lonely roads still go to sunshine. Kanye West, Puff Daddy featuring King Combs, Diddy's son, he want to make sure that's apparent, and Northwest, and Jasmine Williams, a new Yeezy artist that he's trying to promote. Again, using his daughter not only to go and defend Diddy, but also to promote this random ass Jasmine Williams. Comment below if you've heard her before, I never have. Lonely Roads kicks off with a voice that sounds like Diddy's, telling Kanye he appreciates him taking care of his kids and reaching out.
This comes a month after he went on an X rant asking Trump to free Diddy from jail. He also teased the song at the time, but Kim Kardashian allegedly got the government involved in order to block the song from being released at the time.
Available for purchase on his Yeezy website is a new Sean John Yeezy drop. And elaborating on that, on Elon's platform, he says, free Puff. No. Additionally, Kanye said, all these celebrity N-word and bleep is bleep. Y'all watch our brother rot and never say blank or bleep. Y'all watch our brother rot and never say anything to all the celebrities that happen to be black. He's talking to them. He then says, F all that woke N-words addicted to complaining, do something. We all watched them try to cancel Chris Brown. Ain't nobody do nothing. I was PUSSY then too.
The song seems to feature audio from a recorded phone call featuring Kanye and Diddy. The leaked clip, obtained by The Shade Room, shows Diddy thanking Kanye and talking about how none of his friends have been in contact with him.
Being real from the front line, you know what I'm saying? It's wicked, 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 so you be careful.
Yeah.
We can't do nothing out here. You know what I'm saying? I need you out there, you feel me?
Yeah.
Man, jump into your bag. We're going to have years and decades to fight these motherfuckers. Right now, enjoy your life. This is coming from me, from God to you.
Wow.
Wow.
So, like, the villains are assembling together, uniting their forces.
Of course, the response to that phone call has been less than supportive, especially when people heard Kanye telling Diddy that he raised him and loved him.
I want to thank you so much for just taking care of my kids, man. Because ain't nobody reach out to them. Ain't nobody call them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody. You know what I'm saying? That meant so much. You know what I'm saying? That you reached out to them and took them under your wing while I've been there. Man, I appreciate you. Bird up, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I love you so much, man. It's like you raised me even when I didn't know you. You know what I'm saying?
With the song, Kanye also posted now deleted screenshots of a conversation with Kim Kardashian, where she threatened to take things to court and told him to not post the song. After the leak, Kim has allegedly sent over a cease and desist letter to Kanye as well.
According to TMZ, the text conversation starts with Kanye saying, quote, I'm never speaking with you again. Kim replies saying, I asked you at the time if I can trademark her name. You said yes. When she's 18, it goes to her. So stop. I sent paperwork over so she wouldn't be in the Diddy song to protect her. One person has to trademark. The outlet reportedly adds that Kim and Kanye agreed to have all their kids' names trademarked when they were born. To which Kanye responds, amended or I'm going to war. Neither of us will recover from the public fallout. You're going to have to kill me.
The X leak comes after Kim, and Kanye had already agreed not to post the song, considering they have joint custody and all decisions regarding their kids needs to go through both of them. But things have now escalated to the point that Kim might seek sole custody.
She obviously was not happy about this at all.
Really?
She did not want this song to be released. So they had an emergency hearing.
They'd have joint legal custody, so they have to jointly make decisions. They have to have a private judge kind of mediate to see if they can reach an agreement, which they did.
It was agreed upon that Kanye would not release the song. He had planned to release it, I guess, for a Sunday service.
But thanks to the amount of respect Ye has for Kim, he blasted it out on Twitter instead. Guess that amount is 0.
He's doing this just to incite her.
And it worked, because Kim is now contemplating whether to seek sole legal custody, thanks in part to Kanye's tweet regarding the whole fiasco. The man makes the final decision.
What?
Wow. But is that legal? Is that like...
This seems to be a tricky situation because Kim has previously said that both parents try to be supportive when they come together for their kids and try to maintain good vibes. And despite creating her empire off of being a reality star, she says she does try to be careful when she puts her daughter on the internet, where she's exposed to so many opinions from the entire world.
According to our ET source, quote, Kim's priority is the well-being and safety of her children and to protect them from being around Kanye's controversial behavior.
As a mom, especially putting her child on a platform for a lot of opinions, it's something to really, really, really think about.
Last May, Kim and Kanye came together to support North's Hollywood Bowl debut as Simba in The Lion King.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Her dad has been involved. If he came to rehearsal, it's always good vibes.
Nearly 10 months later, Kanye is apparently enraged over his limited access to their 4 children and Kim trademarking North's name.
She has also expressed frustration over Kanye's escalating behavior, especially considering she has to deal with him for the rest of her life because he's the father of her children.
Sometimes Kanye will say to me, can I have approval over what you say about me on your show? And I'll say, well, you just talked about me in this song, this interview, this interview.
Which is so real. It's like, no, I'm going to talk about you however I want to on my show.
You didn't ask my permission. And I never say anything bad. I never say anything negative. If I say I'm exhausted, I feel guilty about that. I am exhausted.
Don't want to be a part of this narrative. And it's like, when is this ever going to end? Like, it never will.
Honestly, though, like Kanye has had such a switch up that I feel for Kim because I don't think she realized at the point of like when they were married and having children that he was going to be this crazy in 2025.
And I'm stuck with this for the rest of my life. Let's talk about something else.
It's making me cry.
Everything.
One of his latest rants, which included mentions of many rappers, including Drake and Kendrick, also took shots at Kim.
Then it's back to his wife saying, so, Kim got the name and likeness over my black children. So a white woman has control over the name and likeness of my black children.
Another notable part that got people reeling was when he attacked Cassie Ventura, saying that she was trying to extort Diddy.
Cassie came to Puff and said, give me 30 million or I'm gonna release a tell-all book. That looks like extortion to me. Then he claims rappers, just like JEWS, Jewish people, as a whole, they be doing blank B but there's still a few I F with.
He then proceeded to defend Diddy by basically admitting to domestic violence.
Then, in a seeming confession, Kanye says, Cardi beat women. I beat women. But everybody hate Diddy. Aww, what a great Diddy defender. Just what Diddy needs. Actually, he should go keep him company behind bars. Then Kanye says, after saying, I beat women, he says, that makeup sex be crazy after big fight.
While things continue to escalate, we can also take a look at a few months ago when one of Diddy's victims turned out to be Kanye's former assistant.
Lauren Peixoto against rapper Kanye West. And she's suing him for wrongful termination and sexual harassment. But earlier this month, her legal team filed an amended complaint saying she was drugged and sexually assaulted at a party co-hosted by Kanye West and Sean Diddy Combs. Have you heard of him?
She outlined the assault as having taken place before she worked with him and didn't realize what had happened at the time. She said that they had been given drinks and told to either drink them or leave the party.
This incident allegedly happened before she worked for West as his assistant in 2021 and 2022. She claims she was working with a, quote, musician client, who is not identified in the court filing, when West sought them out to invite them to the music studio shindig. Now, Peixoto claims that West told everyone that they had to drink or leave the party. Now, after taking a few sips of her drink, Peixoto claims that she, quote, suddenly started to feel disoriented, began to slip into an altered and highly impaired state. Peixoto says that she doesn't remember anything else and woke up the next day feeling traumatized and disturbed. The amended complaint says that Peixoto was mostly concerned that maybe she had embarrassed herself in front of her then client or maybe even Kanye West himself. Now, Peixoto reportedly believed that someone who helped prepare the drinks was responsible for drugging her.
It wasn't until she quit working with him that she found out about the assault, and that was due to an argument Kim and him were having over an apparent affair with her.
Years down the line, when West reportedly fired Peixoto from her job as his assistant, he allegedly confessed to her that they had, quote, hooked up at the party after she was drugged. So according to Peixoto, West was having an argument with his then-wife Kim Kardashian, who was accusing him of cheating on her with Peixoto. And Peixoto wanted to clear things up and suggested that she reach out to Kim to assure her that nothing had ever happened. But she claims West stopped her from sending the message saying, we did kind of hook up a little one time. She says he started to reminisce about that party years before, and when Peixoto said she didn't remember any of that, he reportedly laughed and said, women love to say they don't remember.
Apart from other harrowing claims, there was one that stood out as being eerily similar to the allegations made against Diddy himself.
The document also states West asked plaintiff to get him honey, which is a sexual enhancement and performance honey. Defendant required that plaintiff always have this on hand and available, and she had to deliver it to defendant in advance of defendant's sexual encounters. By the way, this is kind of similar to some of the allegations against Sean Combs, because remember, investigators who searched his properties back in March said that they found hundreds and hundreds of bottles of baby oil and lubricant. There have also been allegations from people who work closely with Sean Combs, like music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, that Combs would force his employees to carry around drugs in fanny packs so that they were always available to him. Combs is also accused of forcing his employees to set up the freak-offs, which included lighting and cameras, plus the procurement of sex workers and drugs.
It remains to be seen how much worse this particular lawsuit will get, and whether Diddy will be named as a defendant on it as well. Things are still messy on this end, and it looks like it'll only get worse. What do you think? Has Kim made the right move? And will it even make a difference to Kanye? And what happened to the Kanye who called Diddy out for being on the federal payroll? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. That wraps up today's video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one.